And we are live! Probably. I don't know. Hi! I can never tell with these things. It takes a while. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, still thinks I'm offline. Oh, let's turn on this thing. Turn on Firebot. Turn on subtitle. Start listening. Hello. Stop listening. No, I said start listening. Get it right. Hello! Chaos! Welcome! So, today we are doing another round of Apocalypse Rails. I was shenanigans over here thinking about how dice rolls work, but that's not what this is about. Today, this is about label working on critters. Now, I'm gonna make a little to-do list on the side. Let's start by bringing up the little fellas that we already have. It's a deer! There we go. So these are all the critters we currently have. We have the Thunderbird. Thunderbird's our go. Yeah? Let's put you on your own layer. Thunderburb. Still going. You sure are. We'll have some cool things for you to do that soon. I actually did a little bit of work on the chat party thing. I found out you can actually edit directly in GitHub. So I'm going to be doing that from now on. I tried doing some work on it last night, but GitHub was having some technical issues. So I wasn't able to upload any changes I was making. So I kind of put it on hold, but I'll do some more work on it tonight. But very excited for that. I've also been thinking I really ought to do... The whole point of starting this channel was to, have a way to show off what I'm doing for my avatar stuff. But I'm not doing any avatar stuff. So kinda... Why? What's the point? Anywho. I would like to make a bunch of critters. So let's add another layer. So that's a vector layer. This will be our notes layer. Now, one thing I want to do, or anything, well, probably the first thing I'm gonna want to do is the cabra. It's kind of like the dog thing. Other thing. I've got a list of things here. One would be cool, but I don't think a hog Budag could be cool. Where I had a list of thingies. Like Hala, Snarlygus, Gashta would be very cool. Here we go. The Flatwoods monster. So, Chaos. You're talking about the Scarecrow. And apparently, the Flatwoods monster fits that pretty well. And I also want to have the kind of bull creature... What was it? The Gumbaru? Gumbaru. Gumbaru. Let's just roll Flatwoods monster. So this is Jumpy. Welcome. You're not that late, buddy. You're just in time. Oh wait, no, I'm late. Oh, Fox is late. Yeah, I was doing some stuff. But yeah, this is the Flatwoods monster. It's kind of like a Burley. Hello. Burley's typing in code? Is this some kind of, like, ARG? If are they posting like weird cryptographs in everyone's chats, and we gotta kind of like piece them together to unlock the puzzle? That just looks like yeah, let me grab that's what it looks like to me. Oh, what kanji? Doesn't look like no kanji I've ever seen. Unless that's het or pet. Anyway, Flatwoods Monster. This cool critter. Could make for like a cool scarecrow idea. But oh, I don't have the keys on my keyboard. Oh, what I like to do is I like to search up the kanji and then copy paste them from kanji lists online. Flatwoods Monster, also known as the dark mode. It does have a dark mode. Ooh. Much better. Braxton Monster. Oh, Braxton County Monster Braxy. Oh, okay, so Braxy is what we're gonna call it. Let's erase out that. So Braxy is and this one's for you, Chaos. Blah blah blah. It's believed to be of extraterrestrial nature. We can ignore that. Initially reported as being 10 feet tall and 4 feet wide, and appeared to be some sort of robotic suit, worn by an occupant. Spacecraft rather than an organic being. There's a cow in the shape of an ace of spades behind a red round head. Then two eyes described as portholes. So yeah, having it be kind of like a metallic sort of scarecrow creature. Types discrepancy exists in the actual color of the armor, some claiming it to be black, while others say it's green. Whatever we want with that then. The existence of arms is a similar matter. Most stated the monster was armless, while others claimed it was small toy-like arms. Yeah, that could be a cool thing. Its face has often been compared to the face of a barn owl, but yeah. I don't know if we want to go with that, or just like a straight-up scarecrow, but it's all good. But let's start with the chupacabra. So the chupacabra is kind of like a lizard doggo, which sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, but you gotta grab some water. Okay, gotta stay hydrated. But yeah, so let's get some inspiration. Cabra? Good Google. Images. That's cool. Kind of like a naked cat. This is clearly AI. Well, yeah, this looks like it's AI generated. It kind of reminds me of the Tasmanian devil, but also the Tasmanian tiger. Tasmanian tiger. Looks a bit like that, just more lizardy. Unfortunately, this creature's extinct now. But it was a small, like, marsupial creature that used to live in Australia. Where did the music go? Actually, we should be changing the music to Occam's. Yeah, this is our default. Occam's Razor. Oh, sorry, Occam's Laser. I'll post the link into the chat in case anyone's interested in checking the sound out, track out for themselves. Days, music. There we go. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. Now let's find a good shot of the Tasmanian tiger. Aww, that's cute. Chaos says, I messed up my sleep schedule, so now I'm tired. I ended up staying up until 3 AM studying. Oh wow, you really enjoy studying. This is a cool picture. I like this pose. Something like this, just with like a open mouth and a bit more snarly. Could be fun. Well, aside from being tired, how you doing, Chaos? While doing his best not to yawn himself. Ooh, I like this picture. It has kind of like this really long snout. It'd be nice to have two versions, like a domesticated version and a wild version. Right, wild bold. That's kind of what it is. It's like a stand-in for the wolf slash jackal trope slash the general. Yeah, it's the wolf archetype. Just had fun with Mind Colors and creative mode. Yes, I saw you were working on like an aerial thing. So were you making those to add as Mind Colonies things, or were they from a pack? Let's find Link, because we want kind of like a fighty thing. Yeah, this is not what we're looking for. This is kind of cool. This is cool. Ooh, this is very cool. I like this pose. What if we take this pose? Access Mind Colonies! Yes! I've actually been working on a Mind Colonies thing. They were from a pack, just seeing how they look, since I haven't really tested them that much. It was really cool looking, like a sky colonies kind of thing, which I love the idea of, just like building up, and then just sending resources up Sky Colony. Kind of makes sense too, with how hostile, like especially if it's playing on like an extra hard mode, having like a super hostile. I'd love to make like a spaceship Mind Colonies pack. You know, like just building like an orbital station. It was a mountain side colony. Oh, I see. Anyway, I quite like this. This is cool. Anyway, Ike, welcome! Are you still streaming? You are still streaming. Good luck with the stream, Ike. Looking great. These are ranging from okay to ooh, this is good. This might be a pose. Ooh, this is a great pose. Ooh, I like this. Give it a longer tail and the back spikes. That could work. There's apparently a Subnautica Spark colony. Ooh, oh man, I'd actually love to make a deep sea colony. That'd be really cool. That's a great idea, especially since the next Access. Thank you, folks. Appreciate it. I appreciate you too, buddy. Especially since the next Minecraft update's probably going to be like a deep sea one, because they've like beefed up the height limit and depth limit, but they haven't really increased the depth of the ocean. So it seems like the next update might be like a deep sea thing. So having like a deep sea colony would be really cool. Oh heck. Oh man, I really want to do that now. Are you much for creative mode, Chaos? Like, do you like building things as well? Pika High, cute. Oh, I like this face. This face. And this one. be ideal if we had more, but... Oh, I think we'll go for a pose kind of like this. I quite like this one. Especially for, like, the wild urban. I think we're going to need 3 versions. We're going to need the wild one. Wild urban one, like stray chupacabra, and then the domesticated one. I feel like they'd all be quite different. But this feels like a very good sort of stray. Like an urban stray, kind of. Better. Chaos says... Oops. I don't play creative mode that much. I just wanted to see the custom colony since I've only seen the defaults before. Ah, okay. Well, I was asking because I was curious if you'd be interested in helping out with making a deep sea colony. Sort of a template thing. Ike says, I don't play in creative mode. Oh, it's literally just me. Yami doesn't play in creative mode either. Lassitude! Do you play in creative mode? Okay, let's add ourselves a Gabra player. Ba. And get to it. So I'm gonna have sort of a leggy here. Leggy here. And sort of like a tendon thing here. It's gonna be fairly skinny, so and it's gonna be hairless. Sorry, Chaos says, and the water colony blueprints were too big to explore them in just survival. Oh, okay. I do love the idea of a deep sea colony. I have to wonder how they build them though. Like, would they need sponges to like get rid of the water, or do the mine colonies have like some ability for clearing out water? Okay. Give him sort of a... Give me a shout out! So last dude, how you doing? Welcome back. Are you a Minecrafter? Okay, so we need sort of like a belly thing here. That's what he says. Doing well. No, I don't have Minecraft. Ah, okay. Interesting. The one... You're the one person I know who doesn't play Minecraft. Or at least have Minecraft. Okay. Thanks for the look, Ike. Good luck. Oh, I should probably remove that thing about the browser tab thing. Because apparently that's not a thing. It's really more just typing in chat that does it. Let's do that now. Look. Edit. Chat text. Okay, that'll do. Save changes. Now it won't that thing anymore. Okay, so yeah, back here. This part here is going to be the rib cage. Yeah, hips, back, spine. So got one hip here, and then spine kind of in between them. Chaos says, wanted to try out some creative mod packs too, but I'm always worried I'll start lagging before reaching a point of actually building a factory. You can always change the render distance. Start lagging. So we've got the leggy down. And I play on 8 chunks already. Oh! Actually, I usually play on 8 chunks when I'm doing creative mode stuff. But yeah, there's not much room to maneuver. I mean, it doesn't leave you much. It's arm, leg, thing. It's big. Scale it down. About good. Chest down here. Head here, something like this. I have this big ol' hypodermic tongue out of here. Kind of like a flexible hypodermic needle that I can like slink out and shenanigans with. Honk. Oh, by the by, just since we have a few people in here, quick reminder, we have a anime streaming. Well, I'm gonna be in the Discord on dates. There it is. On Friday the 6th, I'm gonna be in Discord, no stream, but I'm gonna be in the Discord. I'm gonna be watching Vampire Hunter D. If anyone's interested in seeing an excellent inspiration for this kind of thing. Wait, Freddy? Where's Freddy? Freddy? Is Freddy here? Freddy! How did you know? Burley the Freddy Whisperer. So I want to give him like a really snarly face. This is one upset Chupacabra because it's kind of like the fight. And again, this is the urban stray. Freddy! Yay! Welcome! And give him like a really big snarl. Snarly AF. Ooh, that looks terrible. That's actually scary as well. Shit, that's actually scaring me a little bit. So it's a hemovore, I guess you'd call it. So it's kind of like a this thing subsists entirely off of blood. So it doesn't have any back teeth. It's got these front teeth, these front fangs, that it can use to sort of like latch on to prey, potentially. But it's got no like molars or anything in the back because Ray says, sorry, just lurking at work. Oh, okay, well, thank you so much for the lurk. It's always good to see you, buddy. So, I hear... Oh man, it's a but... Like this... Okay, I think this whole head's gonna need to be broken. But... it's pretty good. The head will need to be scaled down as well. the head's in the wrong position. Let's go ahead and delete all of this. And I guess we'll get rid of the tongue for now. Got the head in the right spot. So let's grab all this. And shuffle it around till the head feels like it's in a good spot. I think maybe here feels good. Yeah. That. That'll do. Barely. That's for everyone. That's all around. What kind of ears should I have? I'm thinking like kind of pointy goblin-y kind of ears. That's what it seems to have in like the concept art. Like this, and I think the head's too big. I want to got a little bit carried away with the size. Let's scale this in. And got this other leg. I think this is it. Down, up. Okay, that'll do. Now, other leg. The head's still a bit too big, but go with it for now. Legs kind of like down across this way. Actually, I think the foreleg's just too small. Some like cheek spikes. I feel like cheek spikes would be cheek spikes are definitely the way to go. Slit eyes. Okay, now let's scale up these front legs. It act might be a bit big. That'll do. Okay, so that's the basic outline of a dog. Now, according to the lore, this critter has spines, reptilian skin, and it seems to have a hypodermic needle tongue. So, hypodermic needle is kind of like, you know, the syringes that you get like vaccines and stuff from? Kind of like a sharp, pointed thing. Proboscis is another word that's used. Proboscis is kind of like the spiral mouth pellet that butterflies and houseflies have. Have you ever seen a housefly doing its thing? That long stalk at the front of its mouth that it uses to lap stuff up with. That's proboscis. Maybe a bear head would be a bit more fun. Okay. Then we're gonna add some spines on its back. That seems to be, it keeps coming up. Spines. They always have spines. Like, spines. Echidna spines. It needs to go. Yeah. Here a little smaller. This. Kind of like a hairless cat kind of thing. Mouth's a little big. That looks good. Okay. Spines coming down his back. Alright, looking good. I mean, it's looking terrible, but that's kind of the point. Back a little. Then I think that'll do that. Let's give it a whole bunch of spines on its upper back, and then we'll leave the lower hind sort of area a little bit more. Kind of like a mane sort of thing. Spine about here. Clean up all. Alright. And then maybe give it a few more spines towards the tail. Give it a bit of a sort of whip tail sort of thing. Give me the spines. There we go. Like one long spine at the end, and then like a couple, like a bit of a tail. These spines sort of out of it. Fine going. Way to fend off predators. I don't know what kind of predator would be bullying this fella, but I'm sure he's got something that's trying to eat him. Okay. Freddy says, I'm sure you'll make something bigger and scarier you'll have to defend against. Well, yeah, I want to make a domesticated version of this, if players want to have a chupacabra as a pet. I think this is going to be the wild version. Like the one that you'd find out in the prairie and stuff. And then there'll be a stray version, so kind of like a one that's been domesticated, but has since gone feral. And a tame version. One that, you know, players can buy or adopt or something. Sometimes you just get that one player who just really, really wants a pet. And that's awesome. More power to them. I remember the first D&D game I ever made. Not D&D, well it was Morkborg, but the first TTRPG I ever DM'd. I had this, this goblin merchant kind of, selling things. And one of the things he was selling was a dog. And I made it really cheap because I really wanted the players to pick up this pet. Like, I thought it'd be great for the players to have, like, a companion in dungeon and stuff. You know, something fun. But none of them bought it. So, and I was kind of, like, lowering the price, and I kind of, like, got the goblin to kind of suggest, yeah, this is a really good deal. You're not getting anything better than this. And I think I even said at one point, like, this thing's, like, the amount you're spending on it's like a good amount of, but nope, they just passed on it. I think they were like hoping that if they didn't buy it now and came back later, they get it for cheaper, or they could use the whatever proceeds they were getting from the dungeon to buy it. So yeah, I made it. When they came back, the goblin wasn't selling a dog anymore, but it was selling some fresh meat. Nice to have some, like, spines around here. Yeah, I think it makes sense for it to have spines on its flank. In case anything's trying to bite at its hind. And I think it's just anyway you'd probably find tufts of, I'm gonna put spines. Perfect way to mess with the players. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they didn't want to buy it, and I did kind of suggest that the goblin didn't like the dog at all. And it was a very, very morally suspect goblin. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think we got our chupacabra. I feel like the head might still be a bit too big. In the wrong spot? No, the head feels a bit off. I think the head's still too big. Let's another loop select. And see if it's just scaling down a little bit. Help. Alt select, get rid of. So Freddy, what you up to now, buddy? I know you said, oh wait, you're at work, aren't you? Sorry. Never mind. Good luck, buddy. Hope it's not too busy. A fine line between too big and too small. Not you can bow wow. I think that's better. Yeah, that's better. But I do like messing with players in little ways. Nothing sort of like fun or immersion, like fun killing or immersion breaking, but just little pokes. Keep them on their toes. think the eyes could be smaller. It also helps set the mood, because if even the merchant's a piece of shit, really helps with getting the players into character. But the head just isn't working. Might put my finger on it though. Eye position? Eye size? Eye height? Sketch out the... Oh, interesting. Chaos says sketch out how the skull would look. That helps with... Good idea. Alright, let's give that a go. Red. On a new layer. Sketch over the skull. Eye socket. Front jaw. This whole thing. Bang, bang. Doesn't have any, like, molars or anything back here. Then... skull goes here. This... Okay, so the jaw could definitely be brought back. That's one thing. Eye hole, that. Yeah, it says, I often start by sketching the skull when drawing animals. Ah, okay. Good idea. Sounds like a good play. Have you been doing a lot of drawing lately, Chaos? Sounds like you're getting quite good at it. I mean, sorry, it sounds like you've been practicing a lot lately. Okay, so that's a skull. Let's see how that translates to this. Okay, well, this mouth part back. That's definitely an improvement already. Let's continue on with the skeletonizing. So here's the rib cage, like so. And there's the hole, and then this here is the spine, out here. Chaos says, not recently. Last sketch/draw I made, I sent you when I made it 1 week ago. Ah, okay. I suppose you have been very busy with other stuff. Does that make sense? Spine continue down here. Up the hips. I think something like round, other hip, same, round, leg, knee, leg, same coming out this side, leg, leg, oh, leg, foot, tailbone, tail, and then here, and elbow here, wrist, side, elbow, wrist. Yeah, that's the whole skeleton. Cav says, I also really want to learn piano again. Feels hard just to find a good reason. Oh, good resources. Huh. Are there not things on YouTube you can use? This could be brought... Right. Bread. Like, could be brought out a bit. I think we do like just by, oops, there's. And yeah. Elbows in there somewhere. Thin the proboscis down a little. Slime is fun. Small slime. He's a hungry boy. He's got the scent of something edible or drinkable. Cal says, YouTube tips are often all over the place from my experience, and I might fall into loop with better videos and never start thing to practice. Same happened with me for art. Ah, that is a good point. Yeah, understandable. feel like giving it horns might be cool. Yeah, this world seems to have horns. But that's fair. It is a dangerous world. And it would help with the hellish demonic motif sort of thing we got going on here. Have everything look demonic. I like that. Alright, cool. I think this back end needs to be scaled down a little. Aside from that, yeah, it says with art, I just already have a grasp on how to break down this into the shapes and rebuilding it from there. Ah, okay. That's definitely the way to go. A lot of people try and learn by just doing it. They see people online just sitting down and drawing stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, I can totally do that. And then they try and fail, and they try again and fail, and never really learn, like you were saying, the basic shapes. And they get frustrated and annoyed and upset that they can't do it. But yeah, you're definitely doing it the right way. I mean, heck, I even fall into that trap sometimes. Not doing the basic shapes and then getting frustrated that I can't do it. You don't get that problem very much with 3D, I don't think. At least not for me. It's, because everything's already basic shapes. I think the head spikes might be a bit much. They look cool, but yeah, a bit much. Chaos says, I do that too. Just learn to analyze what I could do better and then apply it next time. Sounds awesome. Okay, let's like back. It's a bit fun. But that pretty start with shooting. Also, I've got the recorder here doing its thing. Oops. God. Shoot. I didn't mean to do that. Does that mean it's gonna try and put it into a different place? Oh well. All good. But yes, we're recording the time-lapse again, so we'll have a time-lapse after today's episode too. Really want to get that going for the modeling stuff as well. And if I set up a OBS, also do it for gameplay stuff too. Couple more spines up the top here. Alright, let's get into shading. Okay, so we've got white light coming from this direction, as always, and red light coming from this direction. So let's just start by painting everything black. And then we'll paint our highlights and stuff over. Oh, Chaos says, I still just need to learn how to give drawings a 3D look. Everything just feels so flat. Oh, lighting's how you do that. Learn about how lighting curves around objects. So, for example, I think this would be the best example. The way I get this to look like it's... So this haunch part here, if I get this to look like it's round, is by, you know, got our haunch like so, back of the thigh like so, and then got our red light coming in like so. Just kind of like wrapping around. But our white light doing the same thing from the other side. That's how I get depth. Let's do it together. We get something that looks like it's got a bit of shape. So it's kind of like visualizing, I guess, the Can I get all? Get out of here. Visualizing the curvature of the object. So if you've got like a circle, actually no, cylinder would be better. Got a cylinder. Just looks flat. As is, doesn't matter how you do the line art. But as soon as you start, just make it all black. That's the style we're going for. But as soon as you give it some lighting, so we go here, we've got this sort of top lighting coming down here. This, and very, very sharp. And it's wrapping around, and it's also kind of like, yeah, this. But yeah, it's all in the lighting when it comes to getting things to, like, they have depth and 3-dimension. And backlighting. Thanks, Chaos. Backlighting here. Bang. And yeah, with a little bit of this, and heck, if it's like textured, we can even like have a couple, like if it's like a little barrel or something, we can even bring some of these coming around. And yeah, that's how I get depth. Make sense? But yeah, just practicing shading. Just make basic shapes and just shade them best you can. Pretty good way, I find, to, practice. But yeah, just take basic shapes, hands, balls are definitely the hardest thing to do, so maybe don't start with those. But cubes, cylinders, yeah, start with the cube, then go up to cylinder, and then maybe like a pyramid shape, and then try a ball, and then start doing more complicated shapes, like, you know, bodies and organs and meats, animals, creatures. Shading was the first exercise I did. Ah, okay, cool. Oh, was that learning from 2? Yeah. Okay, it says part YouTube and part just understanding how light works. Makes sense. So what I'm going to do is, once I've got all this blacking in, I'm going to make it pacify it, and then paint over it all the whites and the reds, like the white and red highlights, and then deopacify it. So hopefully, like this is the little technique I thought of literally just now. So we'll see if it works out. But hopefully that'll give us a good effect, or an easy way to our effect of sort of hard black, white, and clean up some of these pictures while we're here. Hard black, white, and red. I'm so easily distracted. I'm mid-sentence and I find something else to talk about. Cav says, I don't have my old note high school anymore. I sometimes just practice shading out of boredom. Yeah. That's cool. Shading is definitely how you avoid the flat look. Or at least for me. I mean, really, it's the only way that we're able to perceive depth in 3D space. All about tricking the brain to thinking light's falling over an object that, you know, it isn't. Some people's brains have a harder time than others. Perceiving these tricks. Some brains just don't get it at all. Endlessly fascinating. How wildly diverse we are. Not just in our like physicality and culture and understanding, but also just like hey, our brains are built. Temptic! Hello! Oh my goodness, Temptic, it's been so long! How you been? Also sleepy, but not a fox. Join the sleepy club. Shall I roll out like a mattress or something for you? Would you like to like curl up on the couch? How you doing, Temptic? Bro, welcome! Fluffy? It's definitely not Fluffy. It's actually a scaly, spiky beast. It's the Chupacabra. Working on this charming fella. Ah. Cabra. I'm gonna make 3 versions. We're gonna have our wild version, our domestic version, and our stray version. So a version that was domesticated but then went wild and feral. Anyway, welcome back, Crow! Oh my goodness, I missed you so much! How you doing? Tempting says, good but sleepy. Why are you so sleepy, buddy? Like, I'm not one to judge. I'm extremely sleepy all the time, hence the name. I was actually yawning quite a bit at the start of the stream. Alright, so it's missed you guys too. Been grinding a lot. I'm eating lunch right now. Oh, awesome. Ooh, what's for lunch? Food. For dinner. Anyway, this feels like a Who's That Pokemon? Who's that Pokemon episode right now? What's that? What do they call? Who's that cryptid? Anyway, let's pacify this. So how's the grind going? Oh, it's Pikachu! It's definitely not Pikachu. God, Pikachu's going down a rough path. But I think this is gonna be the wild one. So I want the urban stray one to be very, very Clefairy. Wow! Sandwich and leftover pizza. Oh my god, that sounds actually pretty dang good. Chaos says, found a digital shading practice I did in late 20... Oh, okay. Tempsix says, gosh, I may follow too many channels. I have almost 50 channels I follow that are live. Oh, wow. I have a lot of channels that you're following. How many channels... Can you see how many channels it is that you're following? I mean, it's nice to have that variation. It's good to have options. Chaos says, I got 10 live at the moment. How many do I have live? I have 4. Oh! Wait, is one of them Temptic? Oh, no, it's Polterghost. I love Polterghost though. I think maybe I need to follow more. Oh, I had to... Oh, did you now? Let's check it out. Maguma. So glad you got on that. Loading, loading, loading. Oh wait, this is previous one. Let's go. Is it in gallery? Nope, that's not the place. Create a dashboard? Participated in. Ah, here we go. Oh wait, there's the Christmas one. Oh, cute. Love my drawing. Ah, Valentine's collab. Chaos says, to be fair, I do follow a bunch of European League streamers. Ah. Wow. I find you yummy. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I love it. Bless. My goodness. If someone gave that to me on a Valentine's Day card, I'd be sold. Yeah, we did a lot for this. Even Burley had to go, and Burley famously does not like doing 2D. I love your style and Anexi's style. I should really learn to do those sort of like long, brushy line art instead of my kind of scratchy. I tend to scratch, whereas you and Anexi seem to be much better at doing these sort of long brush strokes. Roya says he wants to eat you. Don't trust him. But he's nice. He's not happy. Can I trust him? Just a little as a treat. Oops. So we can Control S in case we mess that up. Okie dokie, let's add in some highlights. Now, this feel is going to be a lot more detailed than our Thunderbirds, and even our Jackalope, but I think it's going to be on par with... So the Thunderbirds are weird in that they're very... they have very little detail on them. I don't know why I did so little detail on the Thunderbirds, but that's how it turned out. So the Thunderbird and the Argentavis. I think they need to be... Yeah, we need to have another go at those. For how big they are, they need to be much more detailed. It's a good start, though. The Jackalope is fairly small, so him being that detailed doesn't matter. I love your birds. Aww. You know what, bro? I'm sure the birds love you too. Temptic says, have to go. See ya. Good luck, Temptic. Thank you so much for visiting. But yes, Crow, do you have a favorite, like, American cryptid? Specifically, like, a American, like, folklore kind of thing. Yeah, you're in America, aren't you? Surely you've had, like, campfire stories and stuff. Grace says, I'm not very well versed in American football. That's okay. Is Bigfoot? Bigfoot is definitely one. Bigfoot, Yetis, there's a lot of Bigfoot themed cryptids in America. Y'all really love your Bigfoots and your Yetis and your Sasquatches. I'm thinking they'll kind of like fill the role that Troll in most other RPGs, like your Bigfoot, Yeti, and Sasquatch. What if it's between a Yeti and a Sasquatch and a Bigfoot? Similar. They seem to like big feet there. Oh shit. Chaos is I think Chaos might be onto something. Y'all like your feet in America. Starting to know it's a trend. Anyway, what the heck is a Sasquatch? What? Specifically, what's the difference between a Sasquatch and Yeti? Bigfoot? Oh, Sasquatch? Oh! Okay, so Bigfoot is a Sasquatch. Bigfoot is the name that someone gave to a particular Sasquatch? Northwestern United States and Western Canada. Wild man. Ah, okay. Yeah, Sasquatches make for, like, excellent sort of fox or troll? Yeah. And then the Yeti is kind of like a snow troll. Gotta put my plates away and brush my teeth. BRB, good luck! I don't know why you need luck for putting your plates away, but I hope nothing goes wrong. Good luck. Okay, so there's the shine of the hip bone there. Tail coming across here. Thanks. That works. Okay, yep, this is working pretty well so far. Oh man, I love this. Ooh, wait, okay, this is the first time I've actually stopped to look at the silhouette, and this looks cool. Just the silhouette is looking... Oh, that is so spooky. Man, if I saw that circling camp... Oh man, I'd definitely be pooping myself. Aggressively. Apologies for the mental image. Okay, so a good lot of... Yeah? He's a good fella. Great. Got the monkeys. What about you, Chaos? Do you have a favorite cryptid? I know you're not American, so you probably don't have much exposure to it, but... I guess it doesn't even just have to be American. Like, if you don't know any American ones. The European one would be fine. Do Europeans have cryptids? Cryptids more of America. I think Europeans have just folklore. And then crypt's kind of an American thing. Maybe? I kind of want to give this one like white pupils, and then like a red, sorry, white sclera, and sclera is like the white part of a human's eye. Give this one white sclera and then red pupils. Might be fun. Kind of like laser eyes. This. Aww. Let's see how it looks in the silhouette. Eee. Yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, says, I don't know any American folklore either. Okay. That's okay. Go in and clean up some of this line art. Very messy. The line art's always so messy. A messy drawer. I kind of, like, it's kind of intentional. Like, is it really messy if it's, like, intentional? It's not a mistake, it's a creative choice. I'm not bad, I'm just misunderstood. Ooh, Freddy shout-out! Freddy is a miniature painter, rock climber, and all-around cool dude. They stream a lot of miniature painting, and boy, are they good at it. So if you want to hear more about miniature painting and learn some highly transferable techniques for texturing and 3D or digital media painting, give them a follow. Although I'm sure you all are. Just in case you're not. Okay, back to painting these delightful highlights. My goodness. These look great. So, they've got these sections here. I think we'll have, okay, so I think we'll have red in here. Actually, red. Have the right red? Let's make sure we've got the right red. Ah, that was definitely the wrong red. So, we'll put this in. So this is kind of like the divot in the hip thing. Like you've got kind of like a, or I don't know if you do, but some people when they're particularly slender will have these sort of divots in their hips. And I don't know what it is. It's just kind of like where the muscles, where there happens to be no muscle. And it's usually filled in with fat, but sometimes it ain't. So, light coming here, kinda underneath this front thigh. It's gonna be in red. And then a little bit of light coming from the back, just a little, it's not reaching too far down, to cover the back of the thigh, like so. Now I've got to show off these two muscles, and I'm thinking, maybe doing like opposite. And just a little. Like these are very, very pronounced, these muscles. But because it's on the inside, and it's because it's silhouetted, it's gonna be very subtle. Sort of thing. Burly! Yes! It's a chupacabra. But chupacabra. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Chaos says scratching can work for sketches. Usually skip the sketching, go straight to line art. You're right, I do. I sometimes do sketches, do, like, planning things out, like, the horse? I think I did? Oh, looks like I didn't. So much for that. Did I do... I don't know. Sometimes I just have it in my head. Really just, like, drawing what's in my head and putting it onto paper, so... Sometimes sketch, like... We did do a skeleton for this. Oh, that actually looks really cool. But yeah, we did a skeleton for this. It's easier to make long, smooth lines when you already have a sketch. Ah, maybe. But the Nexie doesn't have to. Okay, let's see how that looks. Bring our silhouette, whoops. Bring our silhouette back. Might be a bit much. I think it might be a bit much. Let's get rid of, there. Yes, that way down. Well, actually, that might be okay. Alright, let's continue on. We'll see if it works. Crow, welcome back! Bro, we were just talking about line art. Like, my style is very sketchy. I'm a very sketchy fox. But you and, like, Anexi, you have these lovely, smooth, flowing lines. Just wondering how you do it. How are you so good? Cass says, I need to make everything in boxes and still don't get the proportion right. Meanwhile, you can skip over that. I mean, it amazes me that, Pro and Anexia are able to do that too. Crow says, I guess plan in my head first and do the lines. It only works... Little size, small stuff though. Big art, I have to sketch first. I think you do a lot of straight lines. Oh, I think if you do a lot of straight lines, you'll be able to visualize it. Huh. Well, it says translation experience. Thank you, Burley. Okay, that's cool. We saw a little bit of that. Get a nice sharp line. I don't think we'll bother with this. Continue on. Let's make some reading on the claws. And I think it might, despite the fact that it's supposed to be red light coming from here. But I do put things like claws and teeth in white, even if the lighting says it should be red. Just as a way to, like, differentiate them. Else that, like, even if there's red light shining on, the right light reflector is going to be white. I don't know how it works, it just does. Okay, so I need some red light coming in. And I think I have, like, a few sort of bib highlights like this, just a bit. Kind of like hint that not necessarily like scrawny, but it does have. It is very lean. I think we'll do the same thing here. Get rid of it there. You get very, delicate. On super tiny. There we go. Then we've got highlights on the shoulder blade. So. Anyway, my plans for this is to eventually. Actually, Chaos. I told you about this the other day. So I'm gonna do a quick save, and I'm going Steam. Oh, Steam. Okay. Steam. Wait. So I actually started planning out the first game map that I'd like to do, and I was thinking it might be cool to have kind of like a so the players are on a boat coming from the quote-unquote old world, going to the quote-unquote new world. Old world being kind of like our Europe stand-in, new world being our America stand-in. I've started using Blender through Steam because I know Steam will keep it up to date. But I keep forgetting. File, open, chip map. So yeah, this is kind of like our. This is gonna be map 1 here. This is the two cabins, the foredeck and aft deck cabins, and this is the deck itself. And then, you know, we've got the midship, and then yeah, so inside the midship, and then we've got the hold down here on this. So it's kind of like a layered map. Those the players kind of like come across here, and they go into this building. They'll come into this part of the map. They go down. They'll come up to here, and they'll go down again. But yeah, I want this to be kind of like a Dracula. If anyone knows the story of Bram Stoker's Dracula, there's this thing where they're coming over from Pennsylvania, and you know, Dracula, the vampire on the boat, is eating the crew one by one, and there's journal entries, I think, from like one of the crew members being like, oh no, there's this spooky, scary thing, it's taking us one at a time, oh no. It'd be nice to have that happening with the players, and every time like the players sleep for a night, someone else on the boat dies, and they gotta like figure out what it is. And then yeah, they land in the new world, and this will be the dock map. Similar thing going on with these. So this part here is the top second story of this building. This part here is the second story of this building. So we've got two buildings. We've got some warehouses where they kind of like land in like this world's version of New York. They kind of have this thing where they have to like get from the dockyards, which is kind of like walled in. Everything's kind of like segmented. They got to get across here. Ambushes from like drunks and thieves and stuff. Get to the train and then hightail it out of there. Anyway, that's what I was talking about the other day. Chaos. It's a good way to plan things out. Murder mystery, and for the beginning of the campaign, exactly. Chaos gets it. It's a good way to start the show. Bit of a whodunit. Also, the paranoia of trying to like figure out who once they figure out it's a vampire, the paranoia of trying to figure out who the vampire is, when in fact it's nobody. It's actually like in the hold, and it comes out every night, and then goes back into its coffin. And I feel like the first thing the player's going to do is they're going to kind of like start pointing fingers at members of the crew, or maybe even each other, and just be like, oh, he done it, and then that person dies, and like, oh, okay, well, maybe it wasn't them, but he done it, and then that person dies, until it's literally just them. I know, maybe they'll figure it out quicker. Either way, it's going to be fun. But the main reason is to bring them in a way that the players' characters would have as much information about the world that they're going into as the players do. But also to try and like help teach them about the multi-layered system. like how to go up and down levels, because that's something they really have from the get-go. And it's also very contained. It's railroading them in a big way, because it's the first episode and we really need to get them where they gotta be. And I find a lot of the time players first chance they get, they will they'll abandon the quest. But if they're on a boat and they're kind of like locked in, they can't just bail as much as they might want to. And oh boy, will they want to. Chaos says, gotta add a vampire that they catch, but even after catching it, the murders continue? Well, yes. Actually, so Renfield, Dracula's manservant at this part of the story, is also like a vampire, but it's not like a vampire. It's kind of like a thrall. Fail by drowning. They would. They have, absolutely someone is going to be like, okay, I'm going to roll to swim. You're gonna swim to what, 1,000 miles that's left on the journey? Yes, I rolled to swim. Okay. And if they roll anything but a nat 20, I'm gonna have them immediately eaten by a shark. Because what the hell are you doing? You deserve to be eaten by a shark. That's the plan. But Renfield. So the vampire would absolutely have like a Renfield stand-in who's like a pseudo vampire. They drink blood. They're very creepy. They're super sketch, like ridiculously sketch. And when they throw this guy overboard because they think, oh yeah, this guy's obviously the vampire, like they're drinking blood. Like they're constantly talking about how much they want to drink blood. Of course it's them. Throw him overboard, and then the killings continue. Very fun. And if they don't get this guy, he'll be constantly trying to subvert what's going on. But yeah, having that multi-layer thing will be fun. And most importantly, it's kind of like a bridge between... So, it's also telling the story of European cryptids, European folklore, trying to make its way to the New World, and not making it, and perishing on the journey. As sort of like a metaphor, or changing on the journey. As sort of like a metaphor about how American cryptids, a lot of American cryptids come about. A lot of them are transplants of European ideas and ideals and stories. And reimaginings. And so yeah, having their first experience be with a European folklore creature that dies on the journey, just kind of like make the point that this is a world where supernatural things exist, but not the supernatural things that you're used to. Not all the like I said before, European cliches have been done to death. Like European folklore, love it. Love me some goblins, love me some vampires, trolls, all that good stuff. Fae. Oh man, don't get me started on fairies. We've kind of done that a lot. And it would be nice to play with something else. What is the America? Oh! Well, there's skinwalkers. Chupacabra drinks blood. Oh. I know there's gotta be options. Maybe the werewolf be like it? Because werewolves are very much an American thing. But I know, like Bram Stoker's Dracula, or Bram Stoker's vampire, which is kind of like what we get our vampire lore from, is largely about xenophobia. Actually, hang on, Lovecraft. Lovecraft is probably where you'd find the American idea of vampire, because Lovecraft is kind of the linchpin of a lot of American cryptid folklore. I can get rid of these arrows in this barrel. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna roll in there. Gonna DM it to Chaos. Barrels of fun. Oh, yeah, my first thought were werewolves too. Oh, deep ones would be a good thing too. Players are going to be starting on the coast. Might be good to have like a... That's actually a good point, Lovecraft. Bringing in some sort of like, some Lovecraftian lore. Necromancers and cultists and deep ones. Because those are kind of the American gods. Like, there's obviously Christianity and their whole thing. Like, that's obviously the god. But when it comes to, like, gods that are more in the vein of the pagans are into, like in Scandinavia and whatnot, I think that's much more in line with what Lovecraft was doing. So having the, yeah. Oh, Wendigos! Wendigos are actually very close to vampire lore, because their whole thing is cannibalism. There's some lore stating that Wendigos are people who resorted to cannibalism, famines and stuff. That's a thing. You getting all excited about cannibalism? Yay! Yeah, Wendigos are definitely I think Wendigo is probably the closest thing to an American vampire. Because they like in some cases they like wear human skin clothing sort of thing, or like disguise themselves as humans. Not usually, but sometimes. Yeah, let's look on the proboscis a bit. I love that word, proboscis. Okay. Painting the rim, because this is supposed to be like razor sharp. We paint this in, and then we'll set our highlights going. This looks actually kind of terrifying. It's getting some highlights. Action this thing coming at you. Ugh. Terrifying. And then keeps off. A little bit of highlight left. These two front fangs. Nothing. Put this one back. Done. We have a little bit of shine to this nose. I don't know if chupacabras have shiny noses, but this one's getting a shiny nose. Cal says, and there would be, then there would still be people who would say would. Huh? Oh! What, you mean with Wendigos? I mean, yeah. I've met some, like, have you seen some of the, like, 30, well, not even Rule 34, but like the waifuization of a lot of the SCPs? Like that one with the skull face? I forget what it is, but I'm constantly seeing waifu versions of that skull face and these SCP. Yeah, people are down bad. People will be down bad for anything. Hello. The thing about this art style is even if I do something mediocre, sometimes it comes out amazing with the silhouette. Like just let the viewer fill in the blanks and they'll make something awesome. Oh, Cat says BRB, go grab some food. Okay, let us know what you got when you get back. But yeah, I remember watching. I think I've mentioned this a dozen times already, but watching director's commentary of Alien. The also don't forget the reset. Oh yes, thank you. Yes, reset's happening in 3 minutes. Don't forget, if it doesn't bring you back in automatically, all you gotta do is hit that F5, and that'll get you in. But yeah, the alien monster looks goofy as fuck. It's just a man in a rubber suit, and when you see it like in full lighting, it just looks silly. It's just a silly guy. But when you don't see it, when it's just like all that smoke and steam and like scariness, it's actually kind of scary. But that's kind of what makes it. And I'm thinking that's kind of what I'm doing here. Like even if my my drawing skills are subpar, the fact that everything's so dark and draped in shadows kind of covers for that. Like, as long as I can do okay shading and like get the lighting roughly in the right position, I think we're good. Okay, let's see how that looks in silhouette. Oh yeah, looking good. Let's do some more work on this underside of the mouth. A little bit of up here. Bit of something up here. A little bit back. It's having all these kind of like lights playing with each other because of how wrinkled up this face is. Like he's really snarling. Okay, let's go ahead and add in some backing to this and some backing. Made the whole eye red. Oh, welcome back! How's your food? I think straight red eyes is what we want. Keep it consistent. Everything's got red eyes in this world. Oh, restart will be happening any second now. Good luck. I'll see you soon. Don't forget about me. Miss you. Miss you so much. Hey, is this gonna be the one day it doesn't happen? Oh, by the by, you haven't had any murders in chat yet. There we go. I got to be the first murderer in chat. Mordor! Oh, by the by. Well, we're still here. For now. Saudi Valley, tomorrow. Do you think you can come along, bro? I should probably ask Chaos as well when I get back. Although they've got exams and stuff. It's okay if you're still too busy. I know you got a lot going on right now, Crow. And it'd be okay if we, although if we do put it off another week, maybe when we come back, we should just come back to something else, like Terraria or, Minecraft, Starbound. Maybe today'd be a good time to... Actually, I'll put a poll up on the Discord so people can vote whenever... Oop. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. Well, okay, so what do you folks think? Should we continue? I feel like Stardew Valley's kind of run its course, and taking 2 weeks off, it's kind of like, yeah, the vibe's gone. But what if we come back to something else? Like maybe... Okay, so I think the options we have right now are Starbound or Terraria. I don't mind which. They're both excellent choices. But yeah, when we do come back, folks like most. Oh, Chaos says, am I the only one getting longer crashes recently? I need to refresh, otherwise it breaks. Yeah, I don't know. I think most people get that? Not sure. Came back after 5 seconds. Interesting. Yeah, I would be very interested in knowing what other people are dealing with. Again. I don't know if there's anything I can do about it, but sorry. Ray says, I have Terraria. Not sure how much I'll play. I might just watch. Haha, okay. Well, it would be nice to find something that everyone wants to play. What about Minecraft? Be more interested in playing Minecraft with the family? But yeah, the idea would be to find something that everyone's interested in. I think I'm just gonna do the holes in white, despite how the light should be hitting them, because I need them to look up and dangerous. Also, what'd you get for food, Chaos? Actually, no. It's, cancel that. Make them a little bit shaded. They look a bit silly if they're completely incandescent. Okay, that's cool. Just gotta add some red, and I think we're good. So this section. Whatever this part is. I'm sure I have a name. Any bets in chat? Want to let us know what this part of the animal's body is? That's all furries, I guess? maybe the furry community? Maybe this is widely known information among furries? Okay. Let's see how this looks with silhouette. There's that chupacabra. A wild chupacabra. I think we've gone a bit too overboard. These highlights. Scale those back. Oh, and we need some highlights under here. Some of the red highlights. Bit. One of my favorite tracks. Actually, I think this might be my favorite track from this album. Okay, I think we can thin out this a little bit more. So and this ear, slim back a bit. Alright, so we have our chupacabra. Cabra is done. Actually, hang on. What's next? Gumbaroo! Got some extra stuff on the canvas over here. That up. There we go. And it's also here. Let's back chupacabra in closer to the rest of the family. Actually, hang on. I wanna pop you here and pop out RG up here. Crow says, I'm very locked in, so lurking. Okay, good luck, Crow. Thank you so much for the luck. Oops. Kind of like it's stalking the, Actually, hang on, wait. Okay, so I want you here. Then we'll move out Jackalope. Some extra stuff. Jackalope. Oh, yeah. Delete those. Some stuff over here on the Jackalope canvas? Delete whatever that is. There we go. It's getting stalked by the chupa. So we have other chupacabras that I'd like to do. We'd like to have a domesticated version, one that's kind of like being less snarly and more petable, you know, and then one that's very, very mangy, very flea bitten, very ick. So let's add a folder. We'll call this Wild Chupa. Wild. Oh. leaves into there. And we're adding another sketch. What the heck am I? Oh, let's go there. There we go. Wait, no. Let's go in there. Hey. Oh, I'm silly. They'll go in there. There we go. And then this one's gonna get called, Ike, hello! Ooh, thanks for the raid. Welcome! And this one's gonna be called Domesticated Bar. Oh, Ike! You're, Spanish, aren't you? EXP test is a new one. Oh, yes, I have plans for that. So, I just recently started working on getting the chat party thing, the little blobs down the bottom, getting that updated. And Chaos was actually really locked in yesterday, helping me with ideas for what we can do with that. And okay, so the plan is that every day, throw some EXP at your little critter, but only 3 times per day. So it'll be 3 things that you can, 3 items you can give the little fella, but only 1 per day. 1 of each per day. So, yeah, you gotta come back another day if you wanna boost their EXP even more. And yeah, then there'll be like level ups and like abilities you unlock. Like, it's basically just Pokemons. What are they called? Commands that you can do to make them do stuff. Anyway, Chupacabra, isn't that Spanish for, goat eater or goat drinker or something? Sounds super cool. You sound super cool. Anyway, how did the stream go, Ike? Stream went great. Wonderful. I think that's American? Yeah, but isn't the... Yeah, I know it's an American creature, but isn't the word Chupacabra... Chupa. Cal says, I'm still keeping track of how many channel points I'm getting today in one stream. Oh, yes, thank you. I'm glad you remembered. Let's find some dog images. Oh, cute. Yes, Chaos is keeping track of that for me, so I know how to price the XP treats for the chat party. Ah, so far it's over 1k, but I did get the 110-day streak. Okay. So maybe 250 would be good enough? Per thing? And then maybe have 4 of them? Like 250 per thing? Or maybe 500 per thing and have 3 of them. See, that way if people have like an excess of them, they can still use 3 of them. Like use more than they get in one day to like bring down their total slowly. Am I looking at pictures of dogs? Oh, right, we're doing the domesticated chupacabra. Oh, yes, so anyway, welcome to Ike's Raiders, and welcome to Ike. Today we're working on the Apocalypse Rails creatures. This is kind of like a grimdark western with... Pam's calling, sorry. Okay, good luck! Grimdark western with sort of all the monsters, you know, instead of having goblins or trolls or whatever other European staples, vampires, instead have American cryptids, things like Wendigos, Chupacabras, we've got the Knot Deer here as a mount. But yeah, no unicorns, no trolls, no goblins, no fairies. This is all just American cryptids. Which I quite like the sound of. I think it's a lot more interesting than just going, just another goblin, or another orc. Another troll. See? Anyway, we need to find a boat pick. That dog's sitting. Ooh, this is a nice pose. This is good. Shame about the white background, but it's a good pose. This is for the pet shopper. Skinnier though. Although when animals get domesticated, their heads do tend to get bigger. Like, domesticated animals have different morphology to their wild counterparts. Guess who got her old account, guys? Lily, welcome back! Oh, hi! Wait, Lily, are you in Spain now? Welcome back! How'd you get your account back? What did you have to do? We're looking at pictures of dogs, by the way. This might be a good one. Ooh, yes, I like this. This is ideal. Ba-choo-ba. Yeah, says studying so much and just sitting around made my back hurt. Oof. Oh yeah, get up and have a stretch. I need to switch to the I needed to switch the entire email, and that stuff took me 5 hours. Oh wow. Well, welcome back. So glad you managed to figure it out. Wait, did you also get your streaming account back? Okay. Got everything on my second screen lined up. Ooh, what's that music? There we go. But yes, welcome back, Lily. How you been? How you doing? Are your parents still mad at you? Oh. Okay, Lily says, no, I'm not in Spain, by the way. Okay. He's just a Spain in the ass. I thought that was clever. I'm sorry, that was kind of mean, but... Thank you, Chaos. I'm glad you thought it was funny. I hope it was worth it. So I think the domesticated one will have round eyes? Make it, again, cuter, because again, like I've said a couple of times, domesticated animals definitely have a different, like, body plan to wild counterparts, even if they're, like, mostly similar. Like I was talking about how raccoons in America are starting to develop bigger heads, shorter forelimbs. I think they got, like, floppier ears, too. The pseudo-domesticated ones. Lily says, but I'm just here for some seconds. I need to make some stuff with the exchange student, so bye-bye. Okay, good luck, Lily. Thank you so much for visiting, and congratulations on getting your accounts back. Chaos says, honestly, if someone insults me using a clever pun, I can't even be mad at them, I just laugh. Awesome. That sounds like the way to be. Pando! Speaking of pandas, haven't seen Panda in a while. How they're doing? Okay, it's still a chupacabra though, so we're gonna give it 2 big ol', well, not as big as the wild ones, but I think we're still gonna give it 2 fairly hefty fangs. And still gonna have its proboscis hanging out, but this one's kind of like a cute sort of panting sort of thing. You know, like how dogs will like loll their tongue out and pant when they're happy and excited. That's kind of the vibe we're going for this one. Like this one here is kind of like predatory. It's like looking for something to eat. But this one's kind of like lolling around, just having a good old time. Still creepy as frick though, but yeah, also fun. Chaos says, and a clever pun is not the same as just a pun trap, like these nuts. Yeah, not a fan of these nuts. Like, it's a bit of fun, but it's very low effort. I just don't find it impressive. Okay, so it's still creepy, still a monster, but it's also kind of cute. That's a hard thing to pull off. Let's get rid of the tongue for a minute and focus on getting these legs in. Like this. This is a war dog, so it's got to be fairly stocky. Go ahead and like this. It's gonna have much shorter claws too. That's another thing that we don't tend to see in domesticated creatures. Their claws seem to get short. Even cats have shorter claws than you know, wild cats. Alright, there's all limbs sketched in. That's the belly there. Got back leg. Hang on, back leg here. He looks kind of goofy like this. I quite like this, this like just sticking way out here. I want him to look a little bit goofy. This one's kind of like if the party, like we were saying with the goblin's dog. This is kind of like if the party decides they want a pet, sort of thing. Like a party mascot sort of option. Got this leg here. around like so. That legs. Like so. Then that needs to be bigger. Okay, and now bring the tail. And we don't want it like coiling. This is kind of like a wagging tail, because again, we got to be a bit cute. As difficult as that may be, straddling the line between cute and cryptid, cute cryptids. I wonder if anyone else has tried to do a cute chupacabra. A cute cabra? Chupacabra, anyone? Oh, he needs a collar. Yeah, if it's domesticated, definitely have a collar. And if it's a fighting dog, it'd definitely be a spiked collar. You know, like a hunting dog slash hunting dog, guard dog, sort of, you know, that sort of thing. Guard dog, hunting dog, tracker. Freddy, good boys need collars. That's very true, Freddy. Is that why you're always wearing a collar? Because you're a good boy? Chaos. Oh. Freddy says, I made it to my coffee break. Well done! Reminds me of Scooby-Doo. not the look I was going for, but you know what, I'll take it. Now this back paw needs to be bigger. This one here is much too tiny. Scale you, whoops, way up. Gotcha. Freddy says, I am a good boy. No, Freddy, you are not. Best boy. Bestest boy. There we go, that's better. But yeah, he does have a bit of a Scooby vibe to him. I do want him to be a little bit goofy. Because again, this is the party mascot version. Can't have it being too horrifying. Although it is going to be a little bit scary and spooky, because that's kind of the point. 10 out of 10 with that. Oh, speaking of which, needs head spikes. Kind of like a cross between a hedgehog, a bat, and a lizard? This is the version that goes to play with the wild ones and gets ripped to shreds. Yeah. Yeah. That's kinda how it'll probably go. I don't like this old tough. That's a bit too silly. Top of the thing's shaved, and let's kind of add some. I guess we'll add some spikes like this. side will have to be very tiny. It's kind of like pitching this way. Like here, this guy's gonna have a lot of spikes. Spikes all over the place. Like point down like this. And then they kind of like taper off. And spikes on the tail. Gotta keep those. Oh, Freddy, do you have any favorite American cryptids? Do you have any, like, do you know of any American cryptids? They seem to be very, very underserved when it comes to, like, pop culture representation. Like, everyone knows what a zombie is, everyone knows what a goblin is, everyone knows what a troll is, but how many people know what a yeti is? I didn't know what a yeti was until I looked it up. We're gonna add some spikes to the flanks. Oh, Freddy says there is one. Let me check the name for a minute. Oh, okay. Awesome. I really gotta extend Ike's shout out. That was the first one I think it was, yeah, it was the first one I wrote out, so it's not my best work. Gotta go back and redo those. And I think Freddy's was the last one, which is why it's so ridiculously verbose. Freddy says, and yeah, it's called an adlet. It's a freaky werewolf thing. Very interested in that. Okay, what's an adlet? Adlet. Ah, here we go. Adlet Cryptid Wiki. I've been spending so much time on... Oh, hello. Adlet are bloodthirsty creatures based on Inuit mythology. They are also known as Equigidit, but to the peoples of Greenland and Baffin Island. Werewolf-like in appearance, it's said they result of a union between an Inuit woman and a giant dog. Oh, this might be a good stand-in for the Earthbound freaks that are in Mockborg. According to the myth, the woman gave birth to 10 children. 5 were dogs, 5 were adlet. They bore the lower halves of dog's body and the upper halves of man body. Terrified, she sent 5 of them adrift to sea. These 5 managed to cross the Arctic and Atlantic and spawned the European races. Okay. The other 5 children stayed with their mother, became ferocious flesh-eating canine hominids who would attack anyone they encountered. The adlet and their offspring, also called adlet, now wander the tundra in packs, seeking out Inuit villages to feed on. Ah, another legend of the adlet tells of a beautiful young woman who married a wolf. This angered her father greatly. Eventually she had children, some of which were human, some were wolf, and others were a mix between human and wolf, known as adlet. Her father hates the adlet. One day the mother sends an adlet to bring food to her father, but the father, filled with evil intention, ties rocks around its neck and sends it back, intending for the creature to drown in the river. The adlet managed to fly for its mother while it's drowning, and she saves it. Mother returns home and tells her adlet children that they need to run away to the wilderness for their own safety. Ah, this cute doggo thing lives in the snow. It's like a husky werewolf. We're husky. Yeah, well there is a character in our Morkball games who is a Earthbound freak. And that's kind of like a human-dog hybrid. It would be cool to have a version of that. Especially to serve the furry market. Yes, I think having adlets as a playable race would be pretty ideal. Or just as like a race in general. 'Cause I want to have things like Mothmen and like Wendigos and Yetis and stuff. Okay, looking pretty good. Let's give him some more cheek spikes. And some cheek spikes on the side. You know, he almost doesn't need a spike collar. I feel like a spike collar is kind of redundant when he's got, you know, porcupine spines, but you know what? We're here, so, he does need a collar. Yummy! You made it! Welcome! We're working on chupas. This is our wild chupa. So, wild chupa. And this is our pet chupa. Two different versions. Anyway, Yummy! Welcome! How you doing? We just talked about adlers. Wait, adlers? Not adlers. Oh, adlets. Yes, we were just talking about adlets. No way, a pet one is such a good boy. Exactly. I'm trying to kind of like straddle the line between creepy and cute. But it needs to be creepy enough to fit in the world, but cute enough that the players want to adopt one. Oh, adlets are basically Inuit werewolves. Well, actually no, not Inuit werewolves. Werewolves kind of like change the form. These are just human doggo hybrids. I don't think werewolf is really accurate because they don't change at all. It's just kind of like top half human, bottom half doggo. A thing. Yeah, just human wolf hybrids that native to the Inuits. It's Freddy's favorite American cryptid. I think we'll scrap the spikes on the collar because they're kind of redundant. This thing's got more than enough spikes to protect itself. You don't need to bother with spikes on the collar. Yeah, spikes on the collar is kind of redundant when it's got so many spines. Yes, Yummy, how are you doing? So glad you made it. It's just not... Apocalypse Rails streams just aren't the same without you. Blep. Oh, what if domestic Choppy just has a blep? I'm kind of trying to do a blep, but he has the proboscis. He has like a really long tongue. I mean, I guess we could blep it with the... Oh, actually, okay, let's give that a go. Let's see if we can. So it's got the... Let's get rid of the fang. Let's have the nose. Long blep. So it'd be kind of like this, and then it's got like the hypodermic needle thing here, and then we'll draw in fang. You know what? Yeah, he's blepping. He's blepping with his horrible hypodermic tongue. Hypodermic blep. Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know if they're retractable or like... Yeah, I'm not sure if they roll up or if they retract... If they roll up like a butterfly's proboscis or if they retract like a... What's the one with the shootable tongue? Is it chameleons that shoot their tongues out? Or like a frog tongue? Is it proboscis or proboscises? I like proboscis. Proboscis just sounds better. And so that's what I'm using. Because no one can stop me. What you gonna do? Call the grammar police? They can't unproboscis your proboscis. Alright, we'll see if it works. I think it's definitely worth a shot. But we're just about ready to get started on cheating. So it looks a bit goofy. Exactly what I was going for. Just a bit goofy and a bit creepy. Creepy enough that he fits in the world, goofy enough that he'd fit in the party. And I think we've nailed that. Tear this down. Up the outlines a bit. Definitely need up these outlines. Oh boy, these are sketches. Oh. But Yemi, how have you been? Been forever. Freya says, I just got an email that I officially graduated from my bachelor's. Wonderful! I had to share. Congratulations, Crow! Ah, so glad you finally got the announcement. Yemi says, I'm doing alright. Wonderful. Oh wow, it's a huge... Yes! Big news indeed. But he says, congratulations, Croya! Well done! Croya says, thank you. The grind was real. Okie dokie, let's add in some shading. He says, I'm studying for certificates now, unfortunately. Ugh. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate the university didn't give you everything you needed to, get to work. But I guess that's how it is nowadays. No more college, though, at least for now. Yeah. Yemi! Oh, what is it? Oh, Freddy says, what is it you're studying? Yemi, what's your favorite cryptid? We've been going over our favorites, personal favorite. I think you said Thunderbird last time? Just wondering if you've got anything else you, or a second favorite, or if your favorite's changed since then? Yemi says, I see, good luck! I hope you are celebrating somehow. Crow says, I gotta learn coding like Java and Python, and have to know SQL just to be safe. Yemi says, I don't have favorites. Aww. That's cute. It's too hard to choose. Yeah, it do be like that. Did you know that a Bigfoot is a species of Sasquatch? I always thought Bigfoots and Sasquatches were like two different things, and Yetis. I think Yetis are also... I think Yetis are their own thing. I should probably look into that. Is... yeah, Yumi says, I thought Bigfoot is Sasquatch. And I always thought Yeti is the same thing. Just further up in altitude. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they kind of work like trolls. Like, you've got ice trolls and you've got swamp trolls, so Yeti's kind of like a ice troll, and Sasquatch is kind of like a more forest troll kind of thing. Cave troll. And Bigfoot is just one particular Sasquatch. And you got troll analogs all over America. Would be nice to have them be a playable race, maybe like a half Sasquatch kind of thing. Rhea says there's a different species for Bigfoot? Huh? No, Bigfoot. I think Bigfoot's just a Sasquatch. Like, Bigfoot's the name of a particular Sasquatch. I think. From what I've read. And then Yetis seems to be like a subspecies, or like a cousin species of Sasquatch that just live further up north. But yeah, it'd be cool to have like players that can play as, because you know, you in D&D and Orkborg and stuff, you got half giant, half troll races that you can play as, half orcs. It'd be nice to have like a half Sasquatch or half Yeti playable race, like you know, live out your dream of being Bigfoot's little brother. Bigfoot's stepbrother? Little feet. Littlefoot. Aw, Littlefoot. Oh, that's a cute, that's an adorable name for a character. Have his name be Littlefoot, but then have him be actually, like, massive compared to the other players. Oh, I love it. Massive body, tiny. No! Actually, that would be hilarious. But no, just have him called Littlefoot because relative to the other Bigfoot creatures, his feet are small. But, you know, compared to us, his feet are enormous. Chonkfoot. Chonkfoot. But yeah, Chaos has given me loads and loads of ammunition for things to do with the chat party. All the little blobs down the bottom there, they're gonna get an update very soon. I started work on it. I just recently rediscovered how to upload stuff to the GitHub server site that I'm using. There was a bit of a bug last night. It just so happened that the night I decided to have another go at this was the night that their system was down. And so I was kind of like worried that I wouldn't be able to access it, but no, it's just a temporary outage. But yes, it's gonna be very cool. We're gonna have like EXP and commands and upgrades, and it would be really good to get the lurk thing working. So when people, I don't know, when people are lurking, have their little avatar hiding in a bush, and when they're away, have their little thing go to sleep, and if they've been away for a while, and replace them with a gravestone. But yes, it'd be nice to have something else people can spend their points on now that Pando isn't really a thing anymore. Okay, there's a silhouette in. How's it look? Pretty derpy. I love it. Did I really like that? Oh, has anyone seen the new Chaos in particular, have you seen the new, hey, what was... The new... Iron Long? Oh, you have me say, ooh, I'm waiting till DVD. Ah, okay. Kale says, nope, I only heard of it before. Ah, okay. Apparently it's doing pretty well at the box office. Alright, adding in a highlights layer. Let's grab our red. Slim our brush down, and get to painting. And I reckon this might be it for the day. Got our pet chupa done. Do I want to like extend the session out to the feral chupa? I really want to have. Okay, I've said this a million times, but for folks who haven't heard, I really want to have 3 versions of the chupa. I want to have. Ooh, Yemi says I just looked into more Native American creatures. Stikini stood out. Ooh, what's a stikini? I really want to have 3 versions of the chupa. A wild one, a domesticated one, and then a stray. So the wild one will be the one that we see when we're out in the wild, get like ambushed. What's the cryptids? Borrows of Myth? Here we go. Right? Okay, this website's dead. This one? Okay. Warriors of Myth Wiki. Okay, this'll do. I don't like fandom, but it seems to be the only place that has it. Freddy says, good name! Like Angry Zucchini. Freddy says, honestly, there's probably more interesting folklore from Native American than Bigfoot stuff. Yeah, absolutely. That's where we got the Thunderbird from. And yeah, and in Wendigos. Wendigos are definitely going to be like a pivotal sort of core thing in this world. Yemi says, I think it's silly that anything not from Christianity is considered a mythological creature, so I started calling stories from the Bible Christian mythology. Oh yeah, that's absolutely what it is though. Christian mythology. They have so much mythology. Like with all their saints and their miracles and stuff. It's all the same thing. It's all mythology. Oh, how I long for the taste of unwary prey. I have to feed on a victim soon. But who? They actually went there. That's a cool drawing, though. Stikini. The Stikini is a creature with origins in Native American mythology, legends. In particular, accounts of its existence first arrived within the mythology legends of the North American Seminole tribe. Stikini resembles an avian human. In particular, it resembles a strigiform humanoid, that is, a humanoid owl, not unlike legends of the creature called the Owlman. Some even claim the creature is impossible to tell from a regular owl, which may lead many to conflate it with a strix. Okay, rabbit hole's getting deep. Though it should be known, either the owl or the humanoid owl is entirely the Sterikini being. Rather, it's simply a supernatural manifestation of the Sterikini's spiritual nature. when its powers are in effect. Before it makes use of any supernatural abilities manifest on our exterior, Sterekini is otherwise indistinguishable from an ordinary human descended from some Somali Native American ancestry. Huh. So it's like a wow. Sterekini has the potential for two distinct personas, that of the human and that of its monstrous incarnation. Naturally, the human is that which projects in society. This may be more reserved and secretive manifestation of its Sterekini personality, so more a shapeshifter. Yeah. To make an excellent playable race. This is not to say that the human form is a pleasant or well-liked one. However, due to Sterekini's nature as a mage, it may be given may be given to reject cultural rules for proprietary and may show little to no regard for social taboos for those who regard such taboos. Though often monstrous, though often the persona is the truth behind the human mask of kindness, gentleness, and good intention. Either way, the first persona is laid to rest when the human sleeps. That is, when the monstrous incarnation of the Stikini comes forth. During this time, the Stikini makes use of powers to go forth, transform, and attack its enemies. Its favorite attack is the theft of the enemy's still beating heart. When it has obtained its prize, it was after, the Stikini regains its composure and transforms back into a human, and then eats the bloody heart after having prepared it in a special magic pot. Oh, that is cool. You have like a whole gang of shapeshifters. Okay, so we've got the Stikini, we've got the Adlet? Yeah, the Adlet. We've got the Stikini, the Adlet, werewolves, obviously, classic shapeshifter, the Ottoman. Okay. I forgot what the other one is called. I mean, it makes sense. Otters are very cute, and I can imagine an Ottoman would be an excellent addition to the party. Okay, so there's that. Gotta add, let's add some highlights here first before we go anywhere else. What a good choppy. He's a good chopper. I feel like chupacabra handlers would be a good, occupation. I bet there's a huge market for goat farming. There would be, but like I said, I don't want to have any, if I can help it, any real-world livestock. I want to do my best to keep everything as supernatural as possible. Maybe we can make an exception for goats. Goats are very special after all. Not deer farming. Oh yeah! Well, we have not deers. So, not deer, what's it called when you farm horses? Ranching? Yeah, not deer ranching. I can imagine there'd be a lot of not deer ranches about. And I think the gumbaru would make better for a cattle. a cattle analog than a swine. Mostly because we really need like something to use as cattle, and I think the Gumbaru actually fits the bill a lot better. Yemi says, unless there are goat-like creatures aside from goatmen. Can we farm goatmen? Goatmen might actually be like you know, something like a goat-like creature that walks up on its hind legs. Like, it's not actually like a goat man, it's still an animal, it just walks up on its hind legs. It's not venison. Freddy says, it's not deer meat, still venison? Yeah, he says, it's not venison. Okay, that actually sounds great. I would love to have, like, not venison steak be a thing on a menu somewhere. Here he says, the Pope Lick Monster, aka Goatman. Pope Lick? Did this creature lick the Pope? Is that why he's hiding away? Is the Pope mad at him for licking them? But yeah, having a Goatman creature would be pretty cool. Freddy says, coffee break is over, I must return to lurking. Okay, good luck, Freddy! Thank you so much for hanging out! It was good to see you, and good luck at work. Aw, thank you, Freddy. Miss you! Yemi says, Pope Lick is the name of a place, apparently. Oh, okay. But like a goatman creature, or a goat-like creature, it kind of like walks on its hind legs, would be pretty cool. Have a bunch of, they're kind of like styles, I guess. From like European folklore. Yeah, make them intelligent though. Could make them smart. Have like communities of these goatmen creatures, just kind of like out in the wilds, just doing their best to live their lives. It could be like a parallel race. It's like a satire. Never knew how to pronounce those. But yeah, it's or they could be like another playable race, or like a good NPC race. Have a community of Pope Lick monsters. Have them living at Poke Lip, a place called Lick. Yemi says, I have always pronounced it Satyr. Oh, okay. Sounds good to me. It's probably one of those ridiculously old words that no one actually knows how to pronounce anymore. So I'm sure any way that you pronounce it's probably fine. like as valid as any. Yemi says, or because of region, there are multiple. Oh yeah, multiple ways that are correct. Yeah, that's very true. Okay. Hail spike. Yeah, this creature's kind of like supposed to be halfway between a dog, a lizard, and a porcupine. I haven't really got the lizard aspect in much, but definitely got the porcupine thing. And the dog part. Alright, let's take a break and turn up the... Yemi says... Good jobby. Yeah, he's a good boy. Alright, let's see how it looks. Oh yeah, it's coming along well. That in his eyes. What's wrong there? There we go. That's very petable. Let's add in some... coming off the tongue. Pixelot! Welcome! It's okay. Lily's not here, so we can say the P word without fear. Turtle, welcome back! How you doing, buddy? Doing the blep. Turtle says, I'm okay, just chillin'. How are you? I'm doing well. We're currently working on chupacabras. Got the wild chupacabra, and we're currently working on the pet chupacabra for the world. And what I really want to do is make a bunch of like articles, art. Yes, Chompy, welcome. Chompington. Actually, maybe putting the foxes in boxes when people lurk. Chaos, what do you think? Putting foxes in boxes when they lurk. They're looking so good. Really dig the style. Thank you. It's actually surprisingly helpful doing it in this style because I don't actually have to do as well with it. Like because so much of it is in shadow and silhouetted, the viewer kinda, I feel, fills in the blanks a lot with their own imagination. At least that's the hope. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. But yeah, Chaos, what do you think? If we put the, when people type in !lurk, put their little avatar into a little box. I think that'd be fun. Ah, Chaos says, cute idea. Thank you. Sorry, I probably what you meant by cute before. Okay. Get some red on the bottom of the collar here. Now, red on the bottom of the nose. This nose is very shiny, so it's going to pick up light from wherever it can. Let's see. I think we'll ignore that. Alright, yeah, that'll do. That'll do. That. Just need a little bit on the legs. Yeah, just enough to get the idea across that it's that there's stuff going on here. Yeah, how you doing, Pixelot? Have you been up to anything? Oh, also, I should probably like explain what this is all for. So I'm working on a TTRPG. So it's like a tabletop role-playing game. The idea is kind of meant to be like a game board and a bunch of miniatures and a bunch of lore and a couple of rules that people can use or not, whatever. But the idea is that it's kind of like a Wild West, like post Civil War America, where all the animals are cryptids based on American folklore and mythology. And I want every map to feel like the players are playing inside of a comic book. Like the pawns, the creatures, the backgrounds, it's all very comic style. And yeah, Pixelot says, I've been trying to get the last few bits done to finish this game I've been working on. Come across a bug that has stumped me, and I'm bashing my head against that. Oh, what engine are you working in? I might I've done a bit of work in Godot. That's what you're working in. I've also done a little bit of work in Unity. I dislike it thoroughly, but Would you like to reach out? And if I can't help, maybe there'll be someone else in chat who can. I'm using GameMaker. Ah. Oh man, that's actually excellent. I started in GameMaker as well. I do miss that engine. And it's an excellent place to start. What kind of... Okay, so if you can take a break from like smacking your head, would you mind telling us a little bit about your game? I'm always fascinated by other people's game ideas. Total Pixel says, I can't decide if I want to make my next game in GameMaker. I'll try to move to Godot. I would definitely give Godot a go. It's I've thoroughly enjoyed Godot. It's basically the blender of game engines at this point. They've really pulled out all the stops. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a shame that GameMaker never got that title, but I suppose it's because they never embraced. Well, they had a go at 3D, but they never like fully embraced 3D, so it's a bit hard to take off. But Godot is amazing. I would definitely recommend giving Godot a go. If you want like a quick walkthrough, like I'd be happy to sit you down and maybe just make a stream out of it, like a quick introduction to Godot stream. Total Pixel says, I am very new, so it's my first attempt at just making anything. It's an old school arcade tower defense shooter thing. Some mild roguelite stuff. It's nothing too exciting, but kind of fun. That does sound fun. And it sounds like an excellent first project. Sounds like you've picked something that really works. Like an excellent learning project. Pixel says, my next project will be much bigger. Gonna be a blend of RPG and incremental game. What's an incremental game? Polterghost! Welcome! Hi! So glad you could join us! How you doing? What you been up to today? Oh, cute. I do love that you made all those emojis as vectors. Very, very smart. So, how you been? I'm okay-ish. Oh, well, I'm glad you're okay-ish. Better than being abominable. But yeah. How's the stream? What were you up to today? I'm a bit sickly and stuff. Oh no! I did some arting. Ooh. What were you arting? Can we take a look? Ghost. I love the background. Is that Luigi's mansion? I think they saw a stream from 3 hours ago. Ah, cool. Oh, okay, you know what, I'll just let that run for a little bit. I started designing an OC. Ooh. Oh, okay, very excited to see how that went. Well, for my part, I'm currently working on some more cryptids. We have, we've done our wild chupacabra, and we're currently working on a pet chupacabra, which is just about finished. Needs a few more touches. We've also got the knot deer, which is kind of like a stand-in for the horse. I've got to scale this up and redraw it, because it's much too small at the moment. We've got Thunderbird and the Argentavis, and we've got, Jackalopes, which are also awesome. The background is the mansion I'm canonically haunting, built in tiny glades. Oh, nice! How come I can't ban this guy? Chaos! I can't ban the bot. Oh wait, now the button's appeared. Okay, it's okay, I got it. Thanks, Chaos. Chili Chomper says, Welsh boy, we chug? Chug? Chaos, sorry, Pixelot says, oh, Tiny Glade, such a lovely game. I really do want to give it a go. I bought it for my mom a little while ago. Don't know if they ever played it, but it looks like a lot of fun. Chili Chomps redeemed EXP test. That is gonna be a thing very soon. I'm planning on see the old little blobs hopping around down there, doing their thing. They are a little something I've been working on. Well, started working on and forgot about, but I'm planning on continuing with that. The idea is that people can use channel points to sling. We don't have any slings. Use channel points to level them up, and by leveling them up, you unlock extra commands that you can use to make them do things as I add them. But yeah, I want them to be a bunch of little foxes that have like evolution style things as they level up. Like you can pick different skins. But yes, that's what the EXP test thing's there for. I was just testing some ideas out. Yes. I can show you the code of it so far. So this is the not this cat party. It's all up on GitHub if you're interested in like seeing what I'm working. You know, I'm gonna this is all gonna be open source. So if you're into coding at all and you want to see what it is and what I'm working on, this is it. Yeah, this is the code so far. It's pretty. And I'm thinking I'm gonna open up like a software and game development slot next week, and work on this on stream. But yeah, this is the important part here. Cons client, TMI client. This took me forever to figure out because the documentation at the time, at least, was just wrong, and it would have been so much handier if they just said, "Oh, we don't know," rather than this is how it is, and then me trying to fix everything around it, thinking that has, like, the other things have to be the problem, when it was actually, like, the stuff in the dog. Anyway, that was the whole thing. And yeah, so this just plugs us into the Twitch API, and allows us to pull info from chat, like emojis that using, name. I made this months ago, so I don't actually remember what all of this does. But yeah, it's gonna be cool. Anyway, that long story short, that's what the EXP thing's about. Is the Chupa done? I think he might be done. Turtle Pixel says, I built my own chat app for Twitch too. Ooh. And I know the absolute joy that is the Twitch API. It's cool once you crack it. Like, it gives you access to a lot of stuff. Polterghost says, I recently worked on a thing for my stream and had code things in StreamBot directly interacting with OBS. Holy moly. It took me hours just to set a color value. Ugh. They certainly made... Little Pixel says, they certainly made decisions, that's for sure. Ugh. Fair enough. Well, I guess I have that to look forward to. Yay. Okay, I think the pet troop is done. That looks pretty good. I mean, if I saw that in the street, I'd be concerned, but also, you know, I consider giving it a pat. Pat. I'm sure he's a good boy. They all do. That's very cool. So, what were you working on, Pixel Art? Oh, hang on. The ads are probably done on, Polterghost thing. Oh, wait, no. It never ended up showing it. What the heck? Oh, wait, no, this is it. Is there where we can... Can we get the... Ah, there we go. Skip forward and see... Ah, this is cool. Would a shuck be similar to then? Shuck. Is that a cryptid? Shuck. Oh, black shuck. Yes, I've already got that in my quick thing. I think shucks are actually Irish. Oh yeah, England. Moors and urban areas. But yes, shucks are very similar. Well, this is actually a really cool picture. It's got like the human handprints, and then, oh man, that's so, I love this. Oh, it's so cool. Pixelon says, I made a chat overlay, dice roller, fishing game, raffle system, and dictionary lookup thing. All chat integrated and made in Game Maker. Whoa, in Game Maker? That's cool. Please don't do the eyed one? There's non-eyed ones? Chat overlay, dice roller, fishing game. The fishing game sounds really cool. Oh man, I'd love to see that. There's a non-eyed one. Not seeing any pictures of non-eyed ones. Ill to the Beholder sightings. Oh, this is cute. By contrast, in other tales, the animal is regarded as relatively benign and said to accompany women on their way home in the role of protector rather than a portent of ill omen. Some black dogs have been said to help lost travelers find their way home, and more often helpful than threatening. Sherwood notes that benign accounts of the dog become more regular towards the end of the 19th and throughout the 20th century. Cute. Chili Chomper says... Oh, hang on. Poltergeist says, I didn't do much today, but at least the rough mask and hairstyle is finished. And I have a pose. Yes! Chili Chomper says, it's an English shot that is your Grim Reaper. Huh? Oh. Okay, so we found the best version. Oh yeah, so the Grim Reaper one description is just above it. By seeing Black Shark means the observer's almost imminent death. However, more often than not, stories tell of Black Shark terrifying his victims, but leaving them alone to continue living normal lives. In some cases, it has supposedly happened, or close relatives to the observer die or become ill. But yeah. The mask looks great. I love the shading you've done with this. And the highlights. It's cool. I love the shark. Yes, it did appear in my searchings for other cryptids to do. But unfortunately it's English, so yeah. No imports, unfortunately. This is American cryptids only, but it is a really interesting critter. I think I want to do more spikes. Some just a few spikes on this side. Ooh, the Welchugan. I believe the wolf from Kindred, the LoL champion, is based on the shark. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's no results. Let's try. Yeah. Ooh. Welchuge. Welchuge is a man-eating creature or evil spirit appearing in the legends of Athabascan people. Athabascan. Also known as Dane. North America, located in... Oh, okay, so that's way north. Okay, cool. In Beaver Danza mythology, it is said to be a person who has been possessed or overwhelmed by the power of one of the ancient giant spirit animals, related to becoming too strong. The giant animals were crafty, intelligent, and powerful, and somehow retained their power despite being transformed into normal-sized animals in the present day. Okay. Description. Vary greatly. Belief in Welshug is prevalent among the Athabascan and some other peoples of the Pacific Northwest. They are described as malevolent, cannibalistic, and supernatural beings. Poltergeist says, could give a wing of my mansion as a cryptid shelter for your doggo. Yay! Oh, it looks a lot like a Wendigo. Is this like a northern Wendigo? They did mention ooh, that looks heckin' cool. They did mention cannibalism, and cannibalism is kind of a Wendigo staple. You know, I bet someone would look at this creature and be like, wood. They are what most... Oh, Chili Chomp says they are what most people think is a Wendigo, but Wendigo is humanoid that cannibals turn into. Ah. Actually, no. Hang on. I've heard of very differing accounts of Wendigos. Sometimes, yeah, they are humans that turned into Wendigos because of cannibalism, but other times it is a spirit possessing a person and turning them to a Wendigo. Maybe after they've taken in cannibalism, but it's not like not always just as a result of cannibalism. As with any like native folklore, or any folklore from cultures that don't have strict writing Practices? They vary quite radically. Like, a lot of Norse myths, a lot of people think, like, Thor is this and Odin is that, and Loki does this and that, but no, they vary wildly depending on which, um, which bard is telling the story. And I think it's a similar thing with things like the Wendigo. Do you know Until Dawn? Is that the Telltale game? Okay, that'll do. Add in some blackening. This is Occam's Laser, by the by, if anyone's interested in the soundtrack that's currently playing meekly in the background. It's a good time. Very, very grim, very dark, very, perfect for this. Ike shout out! We love Ike. They do cute little, very, very cute, wholesome models. Mostly for friends. Chomp says no, it's a Choices Matter interactive drama survival horror game. Yeah. Oh, so like a Telltale style game. Yeah. I think I've seen I think I've already been spoiled. I think I watched a long play of it a little while ago. Actually, no, a long while ago, now that I think about it. But yes, I am aware. Alright, I think that works. I think we've got our pet Chupa. A Chupa. But yeah, why bringing up Until Dawn? I mean, it seems like a fun game. I'm not against bringing it up, but I'm just curious where you're going with that. If anywhere. I think we need a highlight here. So, do you wanna make the, Okay, so, two things I wanna do. I wanna make back versions of both of these. So with the... Oh! Chili Chomp says, spoiler alert, everyone else. Okay. You know, I just won't read out the spoilers, I'll just kind of like react to them, so if anyone wants to stay not spoiled, I'll just... Yeah. Interesting. Yes! Very cool. But yeah, I want to make back versions of all these. Because when they're, like, in their card holders, if they're facing forwards on both sides, it's kind of hard to, like, give them a facing. And it's actually a pretty easy way of doing that. And especially for me, I can just take these silhouettes. Oops. Take these silhouettes. Duplicate them. Bring them up here. Bring them up here. I want you on the top. Why are you being like this? Get in there. There we go. Cross. And then, I guess we'll merge these. I'll have to marquee select to get rid of all this text that I've accidentally duplicated. And then, flip this. Can we flip it from here? There's a way to flip from here. Nope, apparently not. Or horizontal. That was easy. And then yeah, just paint them back here, because, you know, technically the silhouette, something that's front on. Easy peasy. Oh, hang on, wait. I need to do this on another layer. Don't wanna multi-layer this up. Oh, okay. Okay, well, spoilers, everyone. Ah. Oh, okay. Well, okay, the thing I can definitely read out without it being a spoiler is it got a lot of praise from the native folklore communities for it. Ah, okay. I wasn't aware of that. It was a fantastic story. Very, very intense. But yeah, to have back versions of all of these, I think would be fantastic. Because then I can arrange them facing a certain direction, and then the players can see, oh, it's looking this way. Therefore, you know, if I sneak up behind it, you know, or if I come around this way, then it'll not see me. Which, you know, fair assumption. Now, tail. Around here, and then we've got highlights here. So tail is going to come up here, connect to the back of the body about here. Now, this is where it gets tricky. Got a highlight here, got a spine here. All these spines here. Plus we're gonna have lots more spines coming around here. The deer head thing is from the 20th century. Welsh. Oh, okay. So the modern idea of a Wendigo is kind of like a hybrid of a Wendigo and a Weechlug. Lug? Weechuge. Sorry, I just had to scroll up to get your phoneticism. Okay. Interesting. Oops, don't want to do that. Go side. And I think we actually want to erase out all the paws on this one because they're all in the front. Can't see them. Yeah. Except maybe this one. Actually, no, even this one, you can barely be able to see the except, yeah, so give them some here because this one's facing this direction. There we go. Okay, so this... Wait, is it like on the inside? Oh, yeah, this looks on the outside, so... kind of need like a... going like this... This? I think... need to be brought down. So... Chili, what's, you seem very fascinated by this Weechugo thing. Weechuge. Is there any particular reason? Like, I think it's awesome that you're, so hyped about this, but I'm just curious as to why. Like, what's your angle? Chili Chomper says, yeah, it's not great because the new version comes almost purely from romanticizing native culture and getting it wrong. I mean, yeah, but that's kind of how it goes with everything. Like, you know, Western culture is like, like Scandinavian culture has all gotten wrong. Heck, even a lot of like Christian mythology is radically, especially like the American impression of what a lot of that stuff is radically wrong. That's just kind of how it goes. Like, myths evolve, they change. They're kind of like a sign of the times, and when the times change, they change too, or they get forgotten. Freaking love cryptids. Oh, me too. But also did native studies, and I keep up with the native issues. Ah, I see. Excellent, excellent. That's good. Got some wild native studies. Well, I mean, you never stop learning. Yeah, we got some wild native stories here too. The native Australians have some really cool stuff. I think it's mostly because they're all about animals, so absolutely insane. The native stories about them kind of match. But, hang on. What goes... I don't want to give him too much cake. If I give him too much cake, we all know what the furry's gonna do. But, give him a little bit of something there. Okay. Just a little bit of cake as a treat. Yeah, that's cool. I also really appreciate cryptids. Especially American cryptids. Which is why I'm doing this. I'm so tired of, like, goblins and trolls and orcs. They're all cool and all. And fairies and elves. Like, we love them. But, can we have something different? You know? Just a little something as a treat? Please? And yeah, so I really want to do some, like, American cryptids. Do you know what your closest cryptid is? What, to me? Probably the rainbow serpent? I don't wanna say my closest, like, cryptid, because a lot of the native Australians have very, very specific lore for their region, and if I say what my closest one is, I'm gonna dox myself. But rainbow serpent's pretty cool. In terms of general ones, there's a lot of, like, exploding frogs around here. There was... I think it was the magpie. Okay, so a lot of Australian cryptids are really just Australian animals, like native animals given personalities. Because again, our native fauna is just so insane already. We already have cryptids. They're called animals. Favorite Australian local. Like the lyrebird. Like, for real, most of our cryptids are just animals because our animals are insane. Like the lyrebird is this bird that's able to, like, perfectly mimic any sound that it hears and will continue to repeat the sound. So if it hears someone screaming, you will be hearing people screaming in the bush around you for years. And they teach each other too. So yeah, most of our cryptids are just animals. Like, for reals. Okay, I'm getting rid of that cake. We don't need that. We don't need that. Don't. Just no. Pixelot says we have a starlings here that can copy all sorts of noises. It is very odd. They make, like, eagle noises all the time, and it's very confusing. That is pretty rad. Chili Chomper said, and there are, what, billions of those? Wait, billions of what? Starlings or, lyrebirds? Because I think there's only thousands of lyrebirds. We don't... Ah, starlings. Oh yeah, they make huge clouds. Oh, the murmurations, I think they're called. I was very fascinated with the phenomenon of bird clouds. Ow. But yeah, I want to have front and backs for all these fellas. So that, yeah, you can tell which way they're facing. And, like I said, should be fairly easy to do all these. I just gotta take the silhouette and flip it. And then do the new highlights. And the backs are generally less detailed, because the face generally has the most details. But yeah, to have backs for all these fellas would be kind of ideal. I also want to do variations. Like with the goblins, I had... golly, I think 3, 6, 9, 12... Yeah, I think I had 12 base goblins plus 2 hobgoblins. And it's really good to have, like, especially if, like, there's a gang of, like, 3 or 4 or 5 creatures, to have each and every one of them be slightly different, I think is, you know, it's really cool. It sucks to just see duplicates of the same thing. I understand why people do it, but I'm insane. So, I do want to make another 2 variations of the wild chupa. So if the players are up against a pack of chupacabras, they'll look different. I should make a chupa puppy. Oh, I should make a chupa puppy. Who wants a chupa puppy? Hands up in chat who wants a chupa puppy. Thank you, Pixelot. I should call him Beans. Beans! Chaos! How you doing, Chaos? Hang on, I really should make sure that these are oriented correctly. So yeah, this one's behind. This one's in front. But yes, like Chupa Pup. So okay, so I need to make a Chupa Puppy. Put a tick here. So I need to make a Chupa. Okay, so I need to make 2 times more versions of this. I need to make this and the flips. The flips of all those. So that's flips times 3. And I need to make the flips of this one, and I want to redesign these 2 fellas. They're pretty cool, but they don't have enough detail on them. And I need to upscale this and do its flip. And I think we're only going to have 1 knot deer. Because usually if you see a knot deer, it's probably going to be ridden by someone. But I think this is enough to like make a couple of articles. Like, okay, I want to make an entry for the knot deer. I want to make an entry for the chupacabra, the wild chupacabra, and the pet domesticated chupacabra, and I want to make an entry for the jackalope. And now I have art to go with them. I can make the little, yeah, just a little paragraph and have the little picture next to them. It's kind of like a character card or a monster card sort of thing. And yeah, y'all can discover the lore of the various denizens. Because the lore isn't going to be one-to-one. I am going to be a little bit creative with how I interpret the lore. Okay, so this downward one's in front. Because I do need them to fit the narrative. And I am trying to tell a story with the world building as to what this world is about and what it's like and the effects. So I'm using the American cryptid mythology, folklore sort of thing as a starting point. But it's not the end. It's definitely part of the... I want it to be part of the evolution of the mythos. Conceit, as that might sound. Oh man, he looks so much cooler from the back. My goodness. With all those spines. That's gonna look great. Even with all those spines, he's so pettable. Look at him. Oh, I need to, everyone always says that about me too. Very pettable. You are extremely pettable. Gotta bring this collar over. I completely forgot about that. Although it'd be very hard to see the collar through all the spines. Yeah, I feel like the collar would be kind of like hidden, like, you know, kind of like how a necklace gets hidden behind a person's hair. Turtle Pixelot says, nah, better looking from the back. Just you. I erased the cake. There is no cake. The cake is a lie. But yeah, adding all these spines is gonna be a bit of a job, but it'll look great when it's done. But yeah, so oh man, we actually got quite a bit done today. We made our wild chupa, made our domesticated front chupa, and we made a good start on the domesticated back chupa. I think... Okay, so I would actually dearly love to keep streaming, but I am trying to limit how much I stream these days, because I've got so many other things that I need to be doing. So, I think we might read out. Does anyone have like any friends or like people they're fans of that are currently streaming that they'd like to see us raid into? Otherwise, I'll just check the see if I can find a small streamer who's doing art stuff. Channel. And let's go browse. I know Temptix and Koke are streaming, but I wanna raid in someone make new friends, you know. Oh man, Friendly Wrist was here. They know exactly who to raid. Let's see. Okay, we want to find something grimdark. Ooh, this person's drawing Phoenix stream time? Okay, that's interesting. Ah. You could like refresh the recommended for you and get like another set of recommendations. Ah, here we go. Oh wait, that's what they don't need a raid from us. Big whale. That's cool. Ooh. What's this? Taking a break to... take a peek at this. Ads. Turn off your pre-rolls, my dude. Are you done? Are you done pre-roll? Ah. That's like done. They've got 3 eyes and horns. That's cool. What are they working on? Okay. I don't know what it is they're working on. The silly, chilling English art streamer. I like this. This seems good. What do we think? Okay, shall we do like a call-in? I don't know. Fox Raid seems to work pretty well. Fox Raid and then I'm pretty sure this is a follower emote. Fox Raid and then this is what we're doing. Wanna yes, we wanna ambush them. So yeah. Slash raid. Thanks, Eclipse. Oh. Thanks, Eclipse's raid settings do not allow you to raid at this time. Huh. Okay, well, I guess we're not raiding them. They not want raided? Huh, okay, I guess we're not raiding these folk. Oh well. Well, if you have a friend who you'd like to raid, there's still time. Oh, this looks cool. This person let me raid them? Goody Cocoon? Okay, let's go ahead and raid Goody Cocoon. Oh, I know a fursuit maker that's live. That's making a fursuit. Oh, no, because I think they might be the same person that Freddy got me to raid a couple of days ago. Simply like, if it is the same person, I think we'll give them a break and try and make new friends. But if it is someone else, then yes, absolutely. So yeah, shoot me a link. See. I don't remember names. Chili because they are German. Chill because they are German, or German because they are chill. E-Slabs TV. Oh, that sounds familiar. I usually don't remember names, so that sounds very familiar. Is this an ad? Oh no, it's loading. Oh, this is, okay, here's the ad. Chaos, hello! Okay, well just in case it isn't. Slash raid Slabs TV. Head on your ad. Oh, the ads pause when you minimize? Okay, I'm just gonna purge my second screen. But yeah, it's been a fun day. We got a lot done. I would dearly love to keep drawing, but again, I really got to limit myself. I've got other work that needs to be done. As much as I love this Apocalypse Rails thing, I'm wondering, like, are you enjoying this? Like, is this wait, did they just end? They didn't just end, did they? Oh no, they're still going. Are they still going? But yes, I think.
What do you think I should make as a?
Okay, this is definitely someone different. Okay, this sounds like a good raid. But yeah, what are you guys thinking about the 2D Apocalypse Rails thing? Would you rather that I did more 3D stuff, or maybe some game development stuff, software? What are you after? I found that like my viewership has actually fallen off a cliff lately. And I'm just wondering, yeah, something that y'all would prefer to see. Anywho, hadn't set the raid going, but yeah, thank you so much everyone for coming. I had a wonderful night. Tomorrow is going to be... I'm really enjoying the afternoon. Oh, okay, cool. Tomorrow's going to be kind of a wild card. It's supposed to be Stardew Valley, but looks like no one's going to be showing up. So, yeah, not sure what we're going to be doing. Might be the Angel. It'll be either Angel or this. Whatever I feel like. Probably the Angel. Yeah, probably going to be finishing off the Angel tomorrow instead of Stardew Valley. Unless enough people show up and want to do Stardew Valley. So, yes, we'll see. Yeah. I had a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Freddy, for the raid, and, Polterghost. Also, thank you all for the raid, if you're still here. I really appreciate the attention. And, yeah. Oh, and very special thanks to Chaos, as always. 110 in a row. So, it's gonna be Fox Raid, is our message? Apparently, a lot of people do that. So this plus Fox Raid. And, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's follower remote. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. I had a lot of fun. Would love to keep going, but got other things to do. And I hope to see you next time. Tomorrow, oh, again, tomorrow is Angel stream. Yeah, see you then. Bye.
All right. Okay, so this is the muscle base, right? I hear something. Hello there. Welcome, welcome. Oh, we have a raid. Hello, the Sleepy Fox. How was your stream? I hope it was nice. Thank you very much for raiding. Fox raid. Thank you. Very nice of you to join us. Are you ready to learn a bit about fursuit making? Then welcome to Elijah's B-Slap fursuit making class. We are just figuring out the pattern of this wonderful